It's the last episode of 2020. That means 2020, you can suck it. You can get the hell out of here. Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101, your podcast that hits harder than a twisted tea. I'm Fufu Cuddly Poof, and this is level 127. Joining me tonight is the usual old men of Big L and Koosh Moose. They know it's true.
Back in my
And
day, we had
also
Ice-T.
joining me,
It's going on your permanent record.
and also joining is not Corey. He is on a much-deserved break, so instead we lost a bet, and we now have Devin with us.
Hey, how's it
Or
going?
Vulgar Latin.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to go with "and the unusual old man," vulgar Latin, but
No. I actually don't know how old you are, so I can't really say that.
I am 32 years young.
Okay, so you're old.
Yeah,
I can call you that.
I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. You get the idea.
You're older than me, so that makes you old.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Although, in this community, I think there's only like 3 people who are younger than me. So everybody listening is
No,
probably old.
That's not
No.
true. Definitely at 4.
Okay, 4. Whatever. There's not many. All right, so, before we get started, how was your guys' Christmas? Did you guys do anything fun or get anything good? What did Santa bring you?
Oh, dude.
Was it something with a possum?
Oh, dude. Santa got me a new hoodie and this cool Star Trek picture that's like holographic, and it's them beaming up, and then if you move, them beaming out. It's totally sick.
That's actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, hold on.
Beam
Eric,
me
he's
up,
reaching behind his couch.
snotty.
He showed.
Oh.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Well, then your video froze, but but I got the idea.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. I'm not even a Star Trek fan, and I like that.
It's because Star Trek is uncool. But anyway, I mean, it is Vulgar's favorite game because whenever you try to join him in any game, it shows up on Star Trek Online for some reason.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, that is a weird quirk. So if you ever try to join me in an online game, for some reason it prompts you to download Star Trek Online.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
Yep.
That's a bug.
That's
For a while.
weird.
Yeah. It's been like 2 weeks like that.
That doesn't even make sense on why that would cause that. That's odd. That's actually kind of neat.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Interesting strategy to get people to play their game.
That's advertising, baby.
It really is. How about you, Els? Did you get anything good?
No, as you'll see when you get to be my age, we don't get presents, we get the kids' presents. So,
I feel that.
yeah, we had a...
Socks.
When you get older, you want presents like socks and underwear. Yeah.
That's the
I
only,
feel that.
it's the only time he gets new ones.
Yeah. I mean, there's this one.
You know what?
I do keep this one
I have-
sock near my bed. Oh, anyway. So I got it.
Yeah.
I got it a wallet from my wifey, and I got a plush poop from my kids. So I did get some stuff.
You got a what?
A poop emoji, like a plush pillow.
Oh, one of those things. You know, I
Yeah.
think Brooke has one. Actually, no, we just threw it out. She got one of those a while ago.
It is a pretty gift.
Oh.
This is the real reason why Devin's here.
Yep, puns.
He's been saving this up for a
Wasn't
while.
enough puns.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough puns, wasn't enough references, so it's like, all right, I guess we should get Devin on. How about you, Nate?
Well, yeah, what did I get? I got a Snuggie. I got
Aw, whoever got you that is probably cool.
I got a little
Probably not.
microscope that will allow me to do cool science stuff out in the field with the daughter. And then I got my mommy got me Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have to go play that at some point. But yeah, so not too much. I got
Oh, it's a disc. What the hell is
Okay.
that?
well, I like the for games that I want to put on my shelf, I ask for physical. So Spider-Man, love it. I want that on the shelf. So, and then what else did I get?
It's a cool game. I'm jealous.
Not a whole lot. Ooh, I got some popcorn. I like popcorn.
Oh, nice.
Fisher's popcorn.
No, a
Horrible.
local farm.
Do you put Old
Okay.
Bay on it?
No, it was caramel.
Also good. Hey, Old Bay on popcorn is no joke. That stuff's good.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that on caramel though.
No, caramel and salty sweet. I don't know how I feel about that.
Everything tastes better with Old Bay. Put it on
I mean,
everything.
you're not wrong.
What about you, Kenny?
I got this nifty Old Bay T-shirt from somebody's and a can of Old Bay.
Did it come in the can?
It unfortunately did not.
Oh.
No, I got
Aw.
a couple of little things
Kitty
here and
cat.
there, but I mostly got baby stuff, which was actually quite amazing.
But you're an adult.
Yeah. He still needs
I
diapers.
saw that coming. As it was coming out my mouth, I was like, crap, someone's going to say that.
He looks young, so
I realize I'm a man-child, but at the same time, I do have a child on the way.
So with all
So
this,
baby gifts are very much appreciated.
Now, you guys can't see this the audio podcast, but after he's done talking, he puts a pacifier into his mouth, and then he takes it out when he's
Yeah.
his turn to speak.
that's a
It's a little
pacifier.
it's unsettling.
I do not do that.
well, with all the Old Bay, you're a seasoned veteran now.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, Devin, get out!
Oh, jeez. Oh, that was pretty good. But yes, Christmas was something this year, but wasn't all bad.
It was the super spreading
Honestly, the
event
best
of the
gifts-
century.
Not wrong. The best gifts, honestly, I got myself, and it was a couple of Switch games, which I found at a GameStop going out of business for 40% off. So their loss was my gain.
So they're still $50.
Sorry y'all lost your jobs, but yeah, that's totally how much they are. Math. But Switches do not have achievements.
Go ahead, talk
Or at
to
least
us
not
about
the
the
case
Switch.
with
Ori.
I got. Except a couple of games. The games I did not have, that I got to not have achievements. So let's get into some achievement talk. Let's start with Nate. What game would you like to bring to the game showcase this week?
Oh boy, this
That
is where I
doesn't
get
sound
to talk,
promising.
This is where I get to talk for an hour about Shadow of Mordor, right? And the shutdown.
Totally.
Okay,
Tell us how
that's already happened.
I'm actually intrigued about that because I see you guys talking about it. I don't know what you're talking about, but it seems
So,
like
there are
everyone's
3
banding
achievements.
together to share tips.
Yes, there are 3 achievements. We thought it was only one. The one was once again, this is for Shadow of Mordor, the vanilla version, but also the Game of the Year version. So it's 2 separate stacks. So if you have both games, you're doing this twice.
Goodness.
Yeah, the first achievement was for a vendetta mission. So a friend of yours, or if you don't have any friends, a random person, when they get killed, it'll show up on your map as an event to go do. If you kill the Orc that killed them, then you get this achievement. That opens up when you're in the campaign about 4 or 5 story missions in. Like that has the chance of showing up. So that was the one that we thought was going away because it required online and the servers are going down. Later on, somebody pointed out that there are 2 achievements that have leaderboards tied to them, sort of, possibly. And those are for completing 2 of the trials. One is a trial that has to do with the hunting DLC, and the other is a trial that has to do with the Bright Lord DLC. And they both are timed events where you have to meet certain criteria. The one, the hunting one is a 45-minute criteria where you have to kill 5 chiefs, and it's, that was the tighter one, it seemed. And the other one is a 60-minute requirement where you have to kill or brand 5 chiefs or 8 captains. You can look it up, but it's a whole thing, and it's a lot to do in 60 minutes. And you can get all the way to the 50-minute mark and then basically ruin it for yourself. It's
Sounds
not
awful.
Yeah, if you get that bad RNG. So a lot of people in the community have been sharing tips, kind of doing it last minute. Some people were smart and did it at the beginning of the month. I am not one of those people. So I am still.
You heard it here. Nate's not smart.
So I am still here, and I'm last minute. Hopefully, it'll be open all day tomorrow. I can squeeze in a little bit of time after this podcast, and maybe a little bit tomorrow day as well. So that's my hope. But yeah, so I've been spending all my time in that. I thought that would be boring for everyone to hear me talk about because I have talked about it once or twice before. So I fired up a game called Lost Orbit Terminal Velocity. Now, I recommended this a while ago as a sale, as a potential thing to look out for or to check out, see if you thought it was interesting. It is a kind of a racing game, I want to say. It's listed as action on TA. But what you do in this game is you are a guy in a jetpack. And the reason you're in a jetpack is because your job is to go out and fix relay stations with your ship. Well, when you're doing that, your ship gets hit by a asteroid or something, blows up, and then you are stranded. So what you're trying to do is get back, and you're slingshotting yourself around little planetoids for more speed. But essentially, the levels are bottom to top scrolling. You can backtrack if you need to a little bit. You can boost. You have a magnet. You have all sorts of little things you can do, like barrel rolls to help you dodge things that are in your way.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, and it's a fun little game. I've put about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes into it, and it doesn't look like it's that challenging. The hardest achievement looks like it is getting gold on every level. Now, the way to get gold on every level is to beat it in a certain amount of time, to get all the gems that are in the level, and to not die. And depending on how well you do in those three categories, they give you a score. So you don't have to get tops, so far at least. You don't have to get the top all three to get a gold. You have to do that to get a platinum. So there is a little bit of wiggle room. And so far it does seem possible. Earlier levels might seem very difficult, but once you get more power-ups, I think those levels will be a lot easier. So, but yeah, it's kind of fun. It's a pretty cool looking game. It's very cartoony and fun. And yeah, I'm having a good time. So when that goes on sale, I think I'll probably recommend it again.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm looking
Lost
at the achievement
Orbit?
list. Yeah, Lost Orbit has some pretty fun little
Terminal
references for the achievements, from what I can see.
Yes. A null probed is one of the ones that I have. That's one of the next ones up. You made a new friend. Aww. And
Yeah,
let's see.
Anal.
Yeah.
they call it
They're
a
definitely having
mine.
fun.
Yeah, well,
There's one called Peppy did 100 barrel rolls.
duck,
So that's kind of
I get that
fun.
reference.
dodge, duck,
I
dip, dive, and
feel
dodge.
like that's a Star Fox reference.
Okay, you're right, Kenny. It's the first
feel
time
it. I
you hear me
didn't
say
know if
that,
it
and
was.
the last time this year.
I'll clip that.
I was looking to see if there's any lost references, but I don't see any.
I'm not seeing any.
There once was lost, but now they're found. They can't all
starting
hit,
to regret
folks. They can't all hit, folks.
Starting to regret that decision.
Who's next? Am I supposed to pass it to Kenny? Am I going down the list?
Sure, you can pass it to me.
You do what you
right.
want.
I hear the gears grinding.
Yes. So, to continue with what I have been playing, instead of completely, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I played Gears of War 3 and Gears of War Judgment. I have completed both of them, and along with that, I have completed Gears of War Judgment's DLC, whatever the free thing is. It's called Aftermath. And then L, he decided to come down to Maryland for a day, and I got to play Ram Shadow, or Rom Shadow. I like Ram better, and that was pretty awesome.
So, what was your verdict on Judgment?
Oh, God.
My judgment on Judgment, it was okay.
It
Like-
rolled or no?
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So Gears of War Judgment, which I actually wound up streaming, I had the week off last week, and I streamed the entire game. Note to self, put that on YouTube. So that should be on YouTube soon if you would like to watch it. I I have two real complaints that I feel like kind of hurt the game. And the first one is it felt long. Like, when I was finished, I looked over, it's like, all right, how long have I been streaming for? And I had just eclipsed 5 hours. I was like 5 hours and 10 seconds. So it's like it took me under 5 hours to beat the game. But I had felt like I had been playing for 8 or 9 hours. And honestly, after the game, I felt I was actually kind of drained. And I think a big part of that is because of the weird level system, is what you could call it, where it's like constantly, every time you go through, you go through a door, you have to fight the horde that's there, kill them all, and then we give you a score. So it's like arcadey, which I know, Elle, you told me about that, but I didn't quite get how arcadey it would feel. And it's like, as I was getting to the end of the game, it's just like, how many more levels are here? And I think it's just because of that whole, all right, play, stop, play, stop, play, stop. And it made the game feel long. And then my other complaint with it is Baird and Cole were nothing characters in this game. So, like, in the first 3 games, I really like Baird, with his smart-ass comments here and there. He made me laugh. And then, obviously, Coltrane is just amazing. He's such a good character. But I don't think, like, through any of the game, I had, like, one of those laugh-out-loud moments. So, like, the characters weren't there. And I'm pretty sure it was a different voice actor for Cole. Am I wrong about that? I didn't look it up.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. If it was the same voice actor, then however, maybe it was just the script was written differently, or he had a cold or something, but like it just didn't feel the same, if that makes sense.
They might have phoned it in. That happens. Get that paycheck.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. Yeah, Judgment was just meh. I didn't hate it, although I can see why long-term fans of the series would hate that game. I can totally understand that.
I remember it being feeling fairly the same way. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I did it 4-player co-op though, or long sections in the 4-player co-op. I think when it came out a while ago.
Okay.
So my recollection of the Gears games is a little hazy at this point. But
see, and that's part of the reason why I want to play this by myself, because I really wanted to like dive into it and just experience it, and not have to play with people and they talk during whatever time that I miss things. I just kind of want to I want to experience it all for myself.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think you mentioned
Gears
the
of War 3 was
changing,
freaking awesome.
Right?
The what?
The controls changing.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, like so in the first 3, you press up on the D-pad and it switches to grenades, and left and right's your whatever guns, and down's your pistol. And in Judgment, it's just you just have your 2 weapons, and then and you just press Y to switch between the 2, and then LB is like grenades, which is something also that I didn't much like, because it really made the game feel like just another shooter. Like, it took away that Gears feeling to it. Similar to kind of like how Halo 4 was. Halo 4 didn't feel like a Halo game. It just felt like another first-person shooter with the Halo skin. And it was also weird because it's like I would play Gears of War 3, then I switched to Judgment, then I went back to Ram Shadow for the DLC, and like I kept pushing the wrong buttons. I couldn't, swap out and throw grenades right. Really was like messing with me for a bit until I finished it.
Yeah. I just remember Gears 3 being awesome, Gears Judgment being meh for the reasons you stated. The story wasn't the best, but I didn't mind the gameplay apart from the controls doing their thing.
I mean, gameplay was Gears, so like if you like the Gears gameplay, you would like the gameplay of this. It just had a little bit of a different feeling to it.
It felt kind of like a standalone expansion, I guess. Like it could have been like a weird side story. I don't know.
Right. And like it was also weird in that it was bright. Like there was actually color to the game, whereas the other 3 were just, gray and different shades of gray.
$50.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's kind of like the Transformer that you get out of the cereal box and not the one you get out of the store. It's more of a GoBot than a Transformer, is what I'm saying, right?
I am curious
Sort
for
of.
you
Yeah, we
to.
can go.
I am curious for you to get to Gears 4. Probably want to give it a little rest. But
I plan on getting to Gears 4 probably this weekend. So next recording, I'll probably have something to say on it. I'll be real honest. After playing all these Gears games, I really just need like a palate cleanser. And that's where like these Switch games I got came in really handy because it's like I've been playing those. It's just like, all right, let's go back to Gears now.
go ahead. Tell us about your Switch games. Come on.
Okay, fine. I got 3 Switch games over to, from GameStop. I got Animal Crossing, Smash, and Mario Kart. Mario Kart, I really haven't been playing that much. I played it a little bit, but it's more fun with people. It's not that fun by yourself. Same thing with Smash. All I've been doing in Smash is just trying to unlock all the characters. Did that, so now it's like, now I want to play with party. Although with Smash, I'll probably pick up every so often and play by myself, just because I love that game. But Animal Crossing, gotta check in every single day. Make sure the weeds on my island are clear. Gotta get all those fish and fossils and whatnot. That's gonna be something I do every day now.
So you basically got
You ever
3
played
games.
Stardew Valley?
I have not played Stardew Valley for the exact same reason why I didn't get Animal Crossing before, and it's because it's going to be an addiction.
I was going to say, it sounds like you would love Stardew Valley.
I would love Stardew Valley. I won't put it down if I start it, which is why I haven't started it. I have so many other games I want to play. I will devote so much time to that game. I know I would love Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's enough of what I've been doing. If no one wants to add to it, let's go on to the next person. Let's just keep going with the doc. L's next in the script. What have you been playing?
Yeah, you really need to stop talking about these old games like the Gears games. I'm going to be talking about NHL 94 Rewind.
I wasn't born yet. I don't remember this game.
Do I have to play the other 93 NHL games?
You
I
might
knew he
actually.
was going to say that.
Seeing your score in the game, you might have to.
Yeah, I know, right?
to get. But enough about that. Yeah, so this game initially came out as part of a bundle with NHL 21. And I was like, whoa, it's NHL 94, but with modern rosters. That's awesome. But then they made it available on EA Play. And then they made EA Play available with Game Pass. So, voila.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to this game? It became worth 2,500 TA. And it's honest,
As opposed to
less than that. Because it is not a hard completion. Unless you haven't played the first 93 games. Yeah, I mean, there's some notable people in the community that have completed this game who are bad at video games, such as Jay Blach and Prue. So if they can do it, Devin, you can do it if you put your mind to it.
Well, Jay Black is Canadian. It's in his blood. He was born with hockey.
You know, he has a
molded
point.
by it. I didn't get into hockey until I was a man, and by then it was too. I don't know.
There you go. There's the reference.
He pours syrup on the
You
controller.
butchered it at the end, but I got it.
He pours syrup on the controller, apologizes, and then goes to work. So
I'm looking at the TA page on this. So I'm looking at the screenshots. Some are, nice looking graphics, and others are crap.
No, the graphics are not nice looking.
They
Okay.
are 1994 graphics.
They are 1994 graphics.
There's no like modern day graphics in this whatsoever.
No,
Or is it literally just
that's the point.
1994 graphics?
If your definition of modern is 1994, yes.
I mean, the game
Definitely
is 323 megs. That should answer all your
Oh.
questions.
That answers all the questions.
There's maybe 1 or 2 little tunes that play organ songs. But you know
Okay,
what?
so it's literally just pixels with updated roster.
I think you should try it and stream it. But anyway, so the achievement list is such where if you score 1 goal, or I think what Devin did was edit some lines.
Yes.
As opposed to doing something else with lines on the ice.
Like,
Took a
all
bump.
right, I wanted to say a cocaine joke.
That's not a cocaine
I
joke.
wanted to make it.
It's dancing lines. Come on now, get your head out of the gutter. So, Yeah, scoring a goal is a 1 ratio. Wow, saving the custom lines is 1.72, and that takes approximately 4 seconds to do if you know what to do. So the first thing you got to do is the default is 5-minute periods. You put them on 20 minutes. There's an achievement there for beating a game, winning one game with 20-minute periods on. But with this long game, you can also try for the hat trick. Once you get those out of the way, the rest aren't so bad. I don't know what happened. When I first played the game with 20-minute periods, I scored something like, I don't know, over 10 goals. And I know there's certain tricks you can do, go to a certain corner, but I did what's called a one-timer. So I basically just kept passing it, and then as soon as you hit pass, you hit shoot, and then whoever gets the puck shoots it right away. I scored most of my goals that way. So once you win that, most of them involve playing in the playoffs, winning in the playoffs, and winning the Stanley Cup. You only have to win 4 games to win the Stanley Cup, and you can do that in 5-minute periods. It's really not that bad. The other one that's a little tricky is, you have a question before I go into more things?
I was going to say, how tricky is all this if I know nothing about hockey other than it's played on the ice?
Probably. I would stay away.
Like, I don't know what a hat trick is.
Okay.
And you keep talking about these lines, and apparently they're not cocaine. So I know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
And
if
like
it
this
was
one
cocaine, you'd be cool.
I'd have a better idea of what it is.
Okay.
Are you
Kenny
willing to
knows about
learn?
Like-
snow. Yeah.
Are you willing to?
The one
Are you willing to learn?
about cocaine? Not really. I have no interest in drugs.
I mean, with the amount you're yawning, you might change your mind.
So hockey's always been one of those sports I've kind of wanted to learn and start watching, but never have. Like, there's the one achievement, the real deal, win a game against the computer with penalties and manual line changes. I have no idea what manual line changes are.
That's the
I
plays.
don't understand what line.
No,
Like-
it's not the place.
I thought it was like where you're sending the different dudes to do the stuff in the hockey.
No, so a line is your
And that's why he can't complete it.
your line is your starting group of players. So you start with 5 guys on the ice, and in real hockey, they skate around for about 45 seconds to a minute. They get tired and they sub out. You run to the bench, and the second group of 5 runs out. So that's called a line change. In real hockey, people are only on the ice for like a minute at a time. They get tired, they run out, and get replaced. In the game, you can make that as well. So if your line changes are on, your players get tired. If they're off, they don't have fatigue, so they just stay on the ice the whole time. Your starting 5 best guys basically can stay on the ice the whole time. That's all that really means.
And you have to know about the penalties. I know that there's icing, which is delicious.
Oh my god! I mean, you're not wrong. Quote Kenny. Yeah, the penalties are kind of a random thing. There's like cross-checking and stuff like that. Offsides is the other big one, where you can't just stand there by the goal waiting for the puck. You have to cross the blue line with the puck before your teammates can join you. That's what that means.
High sticking, right? High sticking.
High
is the
sticking,
thing, right?
yes. There's no fighting in the game, which is disappointing because that was one of the big.
What?
I know that was one of the big reasons to play.
Oh,
Yeah, there were no fights.
Onto a fight and hockey game broke out.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. What other rules were right? What was I going to achieve? Oh, a hat trick is scoring 3 goals with the same player, Kenny. And is what is customary back when they were fans of games is they would throw hats onto the ice if someone does that.
And at some point,
They
someone
would-
throws an octopus, right?
Yes. Depending on what team is playing. Yeah, you throw your hats and you don't get them back, so I don't know why people do it. So anyway. You just shovel them into a pile and go on with the game.
So those Canadians
yeah,
have an
that
excuse
was,
to buy a new hat.
So the main thing with this game is it became very popular for GTAS because of the 1500 TAD. I have a good 10 or more friends on my list that completed this game in the last week or two, including Michelle, who struggled with the game for like an hour, and then when she got her bearings, she nailed it in the next hour or two. So it does say 2 to 3 hour completion. That's about right. If you know what you're doing, it'll be quicker, but it's mostly just to get your bearings and figure out stuff. A couple of people on Elroy's team, including Elroy and Freaky Row, got it done. And even some British people like Lego Head got it done. They don't know what hockey is either.
It's on my list. I'm going to give another stab at it.
I hate to give you credit, Devin, but you're usually pretty good at video games, so I think you can get it done.
Yeah, I tried for like a good 10 minutes, and I set it as I picked the Golden Knights because that's just my team now, I decided, and I played against the Red Wings, and I just was not able to get it done. So I just need to figure it out.
Pick the 20 minutes, and you could actually pick, instead of picking Las Vegas, you can actually pick the All-Star team.
Oh.
So, yeah. You can pick the East All-Stars or
Sounds
the
like
West
a much better
All-Stars,
plan.
and you can go against the Detroit Red Wings, is supposedly the worst team.
Which is so weird, because in 94, I think they were the best.
They were awesome, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve Yzerman and all them. All
Go
them.
figure.
Paul Coffey. Oh, yeah, so the one achievement I wanted to talk about that is the quote-unquote hardest is one where you need to pull the goalie and come back to win. So what that means, Kenny, you know what? I assume you can figure out what a goalie is.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean by pull a goalie, but
So if you pull the goalie leaves the net, and you can add one extra skater. So you can be in a 6-on-5, basically. The only
that's
problem
not
there.
what I thought you meant.
The only problem there is that if they get the puck, they have a wide open net to score. So I tried legit a couple times and could not get it working. But apparently, you can pull the goalie, watch the goalie leave, and then hit start and go to put the goalie right back in. Watch him come back, and it still counts. So you have to tie up the game and then win. So that's the only one that gave me a little trouble.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And sometimes also...
Sounds like a good workaround, though.
And the other workaround is sometimes you pull the goalie and then the goalie just sits there and doesn't leave. But if you do that, it still counts. So you just try to score, tie it up. Yeah, the only problem you have to do with under 3 minutes left in the game. So it's a time restriction. And if you don't get it done, then you got to sit there and wait for the next game, 2 periods of the next game to go by. So your miles may vary. But yeah, I really enjoyed this blast back to the past. This is how we played NHL back in the day before everything was super realistic. And it was still fun. So if anyone has any questions about this game, ask Prue.
Yeah, he's a sports guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all he does. Sports.
He's like, I know this isn't sports ball, it's sports puck, right? I'm like, yes, thank you, Prue. You're very helpful.
This reminds me of a thing in Star Trek.
Exactly.
Did you know in Star Trek episode 1496, they had a hockey puck?
Kirk played cocky against the Gorn.
That.
Oh, I can't wait for Prue to listen to this one. Hi, Prue.
Devin, your turn, buddy.
Yeah, so I played a little game called Halo 4.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I don't know if you've ever heard of a series called Halo, made by independent developers. But
one
Halo,
guy.
yeah, small
one guy.
team.
No, I said bung guy, but yeah, one guy.
Oh, Bungai.
Yeah, just one dude.
One
over
guy
a
in
weekend.
bung guy.
Yeah, but Halo 4 is the unnecessary continuation of the Halo trilogy, and they just decided, hey, you know what'd be good? Let's add another one. And so there's a new alien threat. To be honest, I don't know the story. I kept skipping it, not paying attention. Cortana went crazy, I think. But my biggest problem with Halo 4 is that it's more Halo, and that's not bad. But
I was going to say, what?
But the problem I have is that the new aliens, the Forerunners, all of their guns are terrible. And anytime you get to use the guns that Bungie made, those are great. Shotgun, fantastic. Assault rifle, bad, but better than the Forerunner stuff. The BR, love the BR. And then those run out of ammo very quick, and then you're stuck using the scatter shot, and you're just like, I don't know what to... It's like the shotgun, but worse. But yeah, I did the heroic co-op campaign with Ahizo, and we also knocked out every single DLC thing in there. So what I will say is that if you have a disc copy of Halo 4, which I did, I started this is all backlog blitz stuff, is why I did this. But I had a disc copy. They gave out all the DLC for free, so you don't have to pay for it, but you do have to have a disc copy because you can't buy it on Xbox because in December, I believe, they're pulling the servers. But if you unlock one achievement in a DLC and quit and start the game back, you'll get all of the achievements in that DLC all at once. I don't know.
That is the best part about this game.
I don't know why that works. I don't know why it does it. But it's great.
So the reason they did that, it's not a glitch. It's actually done on purpose. So when the game when the game released, the achievements were broken and they couldn't figure out how to fix them. So they built this workaround into it where you just play our game and X amount of achievements for X amount of gamer score pop up.
And I did all of those with Ahizo. We also did the co-op campaign, but we just did it. We each had like 3 extra controllers and we added them in. I will say that the network connection just drops if you're playing it on backwards compatibility all the time. It just totally forgets that Xbox Live is a thing, and I have to restart. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's just
I don't remember that when I did it.
And the worst part about it is after you get done with all the network stuff, you're still playing Halo 4. And there are other good
And so right, it works again. Oh,
man.
It works again.
Damn it, it works again. It's so true.
I didn't find the
it's so true.
I didn't find the campaign bad. It's just those weapons. Ugh. Yeah, it took me. This was the first time I've ever actually beaten the campaign for Halo 4. Even in the Master Chief Collection, I still haven't done it because I start Halo 4 and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And it never happens. Not once. This is the
and that exact reason is why I don't have the completion on this game.
Yeah, it took
so I still gotta do this solo run.
It took me 8 years to complete to beat the story in Halo 4.
I've beaten the story a few times. I just haven't gotten all the achievements, and it's because I don't want to play this game by myself on Legendary too.
Do you know what I remember?
I
remember what you remember. The new weapons are and the new enemies are I mean, they do like this cool disintegrating thing
worse
when they die.
Yeah.
But you know what the problem
sponges.
is? Here's the problem. If they make no new stuff, people will complain that they didn't do anything. And when they make new stuff, people complain that they changed stuff. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation sometimes, I'll be honest. So they changed. Reach was a thing, so they had 4 games. They changed it up a little bit.
Reach was
I didn't really like
perfect.
it, but
Yeah.
Reach was fantastic. It was so good.
And Halo 4 is not that. There's armor abilities though. It plays a lot like Reach. You can sprint. The Master Chief did learn how to sprint in the time between Halo 3 and Halo 4. That time on that ship, he learned how to calisthenics. He learned how to move. He got limber.
Somehow while in
That must be gravity. Gravity must have changed.
poor Nate. He's just saying there. What's good?
I'm just like, please stop talking about Halo. Oh. Talk about a game I know.
The problem, and then the worst part about it is the knights. The knights are the worst. They're a horrible enemy to attack, to try to kill.
And they teleport.
Because as soon as they get low on health, let's teleport and heal up.
Oh, hey, I got someone that can revive me. They have are those the bishops? Because the people, the fine folks at 343 had to just chess. That's a good one. Let's steal chess things.
So bad. I will say one thing that the game that they did do right with this game is the graphics. That game looks so good for being an Xbox 360 game.
I think so as well. And playing on the Series X, it was also very there were times where I was just like, this was on the 360? Wow. It's good.
It is very good. I do not know how they made a game look this good on a 360. And that was something I forgot to mention with Gears of War 3. I do not know how they made a game look that good with that hardware.
See, I thought you were going to say
they
made achievements with uploads. Uploading a file, uploading a film clip, and that's an achievement.
Oh, those are
Because-
things. Yeah.
Yes, those are old school achievements.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Was that in Halo 4? That's been so long since I've done
maybe
that, if that
I
is.
think I did.
I'm looking at what I haven't done in that game, and yes, it's saved a film clip, saved a screenshot, uploaded a file to your file share. All sorts of game things.
and,
Yeah.
and I would
That is a very 360
and,
thing.
and I would recommend doing those before next December, because apparently all of those are
Yes.
going away, and you will lose your opportunity to play Halo 4.
Oh, damn. How
what
horrible.
a shame on its
The world may not continue.
but I still have to win like 20 multiplayer matches. So if anybody wants to play some Halo 4 to legit, we can do that. We can also drink jalapeno sauce or something. I don't know. We can drink hot sauce. It'll be fun.
Are the challenges
I
still
mean-
working?
Yes, but not the campaign challenges. You have to do multiplayer challenges, which is the other thing I need to do. I need to do multiplayer or Spartan Ops. I need to do all of the Spartan
Oh,
Ops.
God. Spartan Ops is even
Because I want to
worse.
say the challenges all went down.
Oh,
for a
it's
while
the
and
worst.
then came back.
Yeah, the campaign challenges are not available. But as far as
Wait.
Okay.
yeah, they just aren't there. The section is blank. So if you check that, there are challenges for everything but the campaign, which is a shame because I could do those. But no, I'll have to actually play some Halo 4 legitimate multiplayer or Spartan Ops so that I can level my bro up to SR20.
So we're losing we're losing our server, so we can't play multiplayer, but we also lost campaign challenges.
I can't say we're losing anything. It has to have value to
Well,
lose it.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. You would think there'd be no multiplayer challenges.
All right, let me say one last thing about Halo 4 before we move on. And off chance you didn't know about this, Kenny, or any of our listeners, if you're going for the Lone Wolf achievement to play by yourself on Legendary, you can actually skip to the last checkpoint, and it will count. So
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
yeah. So there's like
Son
Alpha,
of a
Beta,
gun. No
and
one told me that.
Charlie.
Yeah, it depends on the mission.
It's right
but yeah.
there in the. So no, they all work. The only problem that I have seen is that sometimes you'll start with the default loadout, and you might have benefited from going through the level and getting some better weaponry. But other than that, it does count.
Mhm.
But it does not work on the MCC.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, looky there. Look at the
Look at the top
achievement
solution.
walkthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1, complete the game on co-op Legendary. Number 2, play solo on Legendary and just do the last checkpoint on each mission. Wow.
Yep.
Sometimes I guess even with a self-explanatory achievement, it's worth clicking on the on the walkthrough.
But
Yep.
Wow.
I will say it wasn't actually all that hard for me to beat it co-op on, because you do have to beat the game co-op on Heroic at least. And Heizo and I, it only took maybe 4 hours for us to do the whole thing because there's only 8 missions. We kind of went through that super quick.
If you're going for the completion, there's no reason to do co-op on Legendary. You do co-op on Heroic.
Which is what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Expounding upon what you said. I don't know why the walkthrough would say to do co-op on Legendary.
Guess you get the extra achievement, but not worth it.
Gonna get it anyway. Nate, talk to us, bro.
Nate's going absolutely swim sane.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
boy.
that was terrible.
It was
I almost want to kick you off the call for that one.
almost.
So speaking of games I have played, not Halo 4, Swim Sanity is
Smart.
a new game, and this was it's relatively new, and it's also new to Game Pass. So, what is Swim Sanity, you say?
What is Swim Sanity?
It's a strange little game. It kind of reminds me of Contra in a weird way. You're underwater there, but also like Contra kind of mixed with maybe Castle Crashers a little bit. And I know that turns the L off.
Okay.
Did you try the Konami code?
I did not try the Konami code.
I like what you're saying so far.
There are at
Go ahead,
least,
talk to me.
let's say there's probably like 8 different players or archetypes you can play as. There's only 4 available at first, and as you level up, by getting experience, by killing things, by running more and more, by finishing levels, you'll slowly get more and more levels added to your character your account. It doesn't seem to increase your power or anything, but it is involved in unlocking additional characters. So very quickly, I unlocked a character that has a bot that flies around with them and starts and shoots out rockets or bombs as the special power. And so that's really what makes or separates all the different types is their special power. There's a guy that has a trident. There's a guy that has sparks. There's a medic. There's a guy with bombs. There's a guy with this bot. So that's where I guess like you can have a different loadout if you're playing with other people. Maybe a medic can heal everyone. I haven't tried that yet. I don't really play with other people, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But the levels are very different, and I think you have to complete 5 or so of them. The first one is very basic. It's left to right. You are just kind of navigating through. Basically, there's enemies, but there's also hazards. Sometimes there are little switch gates you have to wait or shoot to open to get by them. You have a dash move, so you can dash away through walls. You can dash away through enemies, and you won't take a hit. You get 3 lives, and sometimes the deaths feel a little cheap. Like one time you could get hit, and then there's a really large, let's say you're in a boss fight, there's a really large boss that kind of comes across the screen again. And as soon as you spawn in, you get hit a second time immediately. And there's no way for you to move out of it. So there are some kind of cheap deaths that are kind of annoying. But if you play enough, you'll kind of know what to do to not experience those. So it seems a little bit like it could use some more polish. But I see kind of a good game here. It is twin sticky. So as you're moving with your left, you're kind of aiming and shooting with your right. But you kind of get like a little drip feed of progress as you go. And that's the type of game I like, where you're constantly seeing a little bit of progress, even when the levels only take you 5 minutes or so. So you can play a little bit here, a little bit there, and you're constantly making progress in this game. So I think there's some promise there. I don't know how the multiplayer works. I assume that it has online multiplayer. I could be wrong there.
Well, there's achievements for online multiplayer.
Yeah, so I don't think it's couch.
This game, yeah, I was looking at that. This game has worth 5,300 TA.
Well, Nate was a liar, Pants, and it wasn't Game Pass. It was Games with Gold back in November.
Oh, was the Games with Gold? I thought
Yeah, It was November Games with Gold, and that's why people, I guess, they get one achievement in it, and then they stop playing it.
They forget. They realize it's not for them.
But it looks like the flags say that there's a lot of 28 online/offline achievements, so I guess some stuff can be done either way. But there's ranked, there's deathmatch.
There is, there's co-op, so you're going through the levels. Then there is multiplayer versus, which is kind of like an arena mode type thing. I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that yet. But it definitely seems like there's a long haul to it, and the grind is real. Playing 100 matches, well, that's not so bad. You'll eventually get that, and it's pretty easy just to let your guy die and start over. 3 deaths can happen pretty quickly, so if you really just wanted to spam through those, you could. But this was a game where I tried the demo during the demo blitz, and I did not really like it. And then, for whatever reason, when it came, Games with Gold, I was like, I'm going to grab it because I can't pass up a free game. But then when I was looking for stuff to play, I know Carnage was talking about this. He said he really liked it. So I said, okay, I'll give it another shot. Because I definitely didn't find the love for it in the demo. And I sort of see the draw to it. And maybe if you have 1 or 2 people that want to go through it, it might scratch that itch. But
Carnage completed it.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of a Contra vibe. I was thinking that. I was like, this is like Contra underwater, which is kind of strange.
A fish person shooter, if you will.
Can't believe you did that.
That was better.
Sorry, I had to make that joke
there's
for
also
the
a
halibut.
couple. Any more?
We're tanking. We're really tanking.
You're off the hook.
All right, I'll ruin it. Let's continue. Yeah, there's a couple of achievements that
You're a master
for survival
builder.
that gets to wave 20.
Wave, get it? Wave.
Nah.
Wave race 64. You say?
Now, anything that says sanity is a difficulty level, and it's the hardcore mode of this game, which I did not try because just the standard was a little bit challenging enough for me. So
Right.
maybe after you perfect the levels or understand them, maybe the sanity's not so bad.
So would you say that you're hooked?
But.
Time to release it. Let it go.
Well, before we go to the next person, what'd you say this was? Contra crossed with what?
Contra crossed with like Castle Crashers.
Castle Crash, that's it. Yeah,
That's-
that sounds pretty good to me.
Swim sanity, you say.
Swim sanity. Say it again.
Swim
I know I
sanity.
snagged it. I know I snagged it.
Swim
So
sanity
maybe I'll
with
give
an
it a try.
exclamation point.
You reeled that in,
Yes.
Kenny?
I reeled that in. Devin, since you want to keep talking with the bad puns, let's get back to your second game, which will be the end of the game showcase when you're done.
Sure.
What do you want to talk about?
So I've been pretty heavily going into the backlog blitz, and so I pulled up a licensed game from back in the day on the 360, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I completed the online multiplayer pack, which I bought 7 years ago. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, based on the movie, based on the animated or the comic book. I love Scott Pilgrim, the movie. It's a great movie. And the game
Yes.
is even better. It is a
Really?
Oh yeah, it is River City Ransom style beat 'em up where you can level up your stats. You have different characters, special abilities. Unfortunately, you can't buy this game. It's delisted. But the reason that I brought it up is that next month they're doing a complete edition for the 10th anniversary of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. For the one
Ooh.
and series and all that. I'm going to be picking it up, but that's part of the reason why I went to go complete it. I beat the game as Wallace Wells and did the online multiplayer 10 years after I started that whole game. It's fun, and I don't know, I haven't played the complete edition, but I imagine if it's anything like this 360 version, it's awesome. Awesome pixel work on the graphics. The soundtrack's amazing. It gets stuck in your head the more you play it. And if it comes with everything, it'll have the online co-op, which was sorely missing when the game first came out. And then that DLC pack that I got, that I finally completed, added it like 2 or 3 years after the game came out. So way too late. But it's legit. I love it.
Hey, it's by Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft, I think Montreal.
Yep, Montreal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's you basically the
It's Canadian.
if you're Scott Pilgrim's very Canadian. If you're
Exactly.
unfamiliar with the story of Scott Pilgrim, Scott Pilgrim is a 23-year-old. He's the best fighter in the province. He meets Ramona Flowers, and to continue to date Ramona, he has to defeat her 7 evil exes, which is what you do. You go around, you beat people up, and collect their Canadian Monopoly money and use that to buy goods, which increase the level on your character. And you have different stats. There's a Konami code cheat that you can use, which I used to... Yeah, so if you play on 2-player and you hit both triggers and you do the Konami code, your second player will explode into coins, which you can use to get a whole bunch of stuff really quick.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, if you read the walkthrough, which I didn't. I just tried... This last time I read the walkthrough, and that gave me some tips. Because I just tried to go through that last character and beat the game. So I maxed the character out, and yeah, it's good. And I will probably buy the complete edition as long as it's not an obscene amount of money. I think that's coming out the 18th of January? Something like that?
It looks like the 14th. I was
Yeah.
going to ask about that. Yeah, I completed this game in 2012. Well, actually, I completed it, and then I guess I had to recomplete it because the online, like you said, came out in 2013.
Yeah, same thing. I did completed because they had 2 DLC packs. You get Scott's ex-girlfriend Knives was a pack, and then his roommate Wallace in the online was another one. And I Mental Knight kindly helped me out with the online because it's a delisted
He's
game.
awesome.
And he is a cool dude. And was able to knock that out and beat the game with that last character and get that full completion.
Nice.
I'm hoping for a stealth ad on Game Pass, but would consider buying it to play with you if not.
Oh, it's like a day one purchase so long as it's not. Again, if it's like in that $20 mark, which I'd say was about what it should be, I would say 20, 25. Anything more than that would be gross.
Considering this is published and developed by Ubisoft, maybe we will get lucky and it will go straight into Game Pass, because there is a rumor that Ubisoft Plus might be coming to Xbox Game Pass, which
Doubt.
it's just a rumor. It's not for sure yet, but come on. That would be freaking awesome if we got that on top of EA Play in the Game Pass. That just makes Game Pass even more of a remarkable deal.
Now, and even if it doesn't come to Game Pass Ultimate, just the service of Ubisoft Plus would be a huge get. Because then you get Valhalla, you get Phoenix Rising, you get Scott Pilgrim, and it's all for $15 a month. And if you beat Scott Pilgrim, in that month, you should. It seems like a short game. Then you could move on to another game, and it only costs you $15, and that's just a huge deal if this is true. But we do know that Ubisoft Plus already contains betas for Stadia and Luna, so it just makes sense that at some point they would be on Xbox and PlayStation maybe.
Yeah, who cares about them?
Yeah, and there's tons of good stuff on from Ubisoft already, and they already have Game Pass games on. Ubisoft already has games on Game Pass. They have Rainbow Six Siege on Game Pass right now, and I think Rayman Legends or one of the Raymans.
Rayman. Wow. Okay, so basically, looks like almost all of them. Rayman 2, Rayman 3, Rayman Forever, Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins, Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Yeah, the Rayman. Everybody loves Rayman.
Everybody loves the Raymans. Yeah.
I enjoyed him cracking himself.
All right, that one redeemed you. From
That was good.
That other one.
The origins of that joke, I'll explain to you later.
The list of games on here, my God, there is a lot of games. And it's, basically every single Assassin's Creed, all the Far Cries, Child of Light, Might and Magic stuffs, Monopoly Plus. Oh my gosh, Prince of Persia, like I said, all the Rayman Rayman games. Wow, it's all the obvious Tom Clancy games. So yeah, woo. If this were to come to Game Pass, that is a heck of a deal. This really would, in my opinion, solidify. You just have to have Game Pass.
If it does everything it says it would, console Game Pass would, or console and Game Pass Ultimate would pretty much be all you need. Get a Series S, get Game Pass Ultimate, and have more games than you'd know what to do with.
Yeah. These Ubisoft games, they're beefy.
Towers for days. You could climb all those towers.
And like Nate already said, this is going to be $15 a month. This honestly is worth it. Really, when looking at this list, this is worth the $15 a month as is.
By itself, yeah.
Because there's also that
being bundled with Game Pass would be bonkers.
That Prince of Persia is getting remastered too, right? Or one of
Yep.
Yeah, Sands of Time.
It just got delayed, but yeah, that would probably be on the service at some point.
Be great to turn back time and play that one again.
If you could find a way.
All right.
I take back all the words that would hurt you. And you'd say. Any other news, Kenny?
Stop trying to control the narrative, Devin.
I'll let Nate take over the next one because he seemed to be the one that was excited about this.
Yes. So today, if we had recorded it on a normal day, we would not be able to say this on the podcast. Control Ultimate Edition is a stack. So we had been hoping that it would be. Some of us purchased it before it, found its way onto services and sales and things. And Control Ultimate Edition is a stack. So you get to play that game twice and vote for it as a Vayner. And then all of our dreams would come true.
A double stack.
I haven't played Control, so.
Yes, I don't know that too many people are excited about this, but I am very excited. I dove this game and I just really, really like the atmosphere and I really like the gunplay and the destructibility of the environments very early on. That being said, I've played maybe half an hour and I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm kind of saving it.
So
I remember seeing a couple of people in the community that were really pumped for this.
they're going out of control.
Ultimate
Edition.
It's a stack.
Ainer.
What has this show become?
Yeah.
An Empire of Dirt.
So yeah, that's a stack. I don't know where to go. Too many bad ones and whatever the crap that was. I don't know where to go from there. So let's just go on into wheeling and dealing. Let's start with Devin. He's the new guy on the block here.
Didn't
Sort of.
New guy on the block had a bunch of hits. Yeah, so looking at the deals, there was a few things that caught my eye. One is Slay the Spire, 50% off. Slay the Spire is one of the best games I've played on Game Pass, but who knows, man?
I was just about to ask. I was just about to ask if it's still on Game Pass.
It is still on Game Pass, but it's been on Game Pass for over a year. So take that as you will. Slay the Spire is a deck-building roguelike game. It is insanely addictive. One of the best games that I played in the last decade. I've dropped hours upon hours on it, and I could probably drop even more. It's amazing. Another game that...
I hear nothing but good things about that game.
It is. For a certain type of person, they will love Slay the Spire. If you are into... deck building, so you start out with a base set of cards, and then every monster that you defeat, you get a new set of cards to defeat a new character or new monsters on the line, and figuring out new ways and synergies to make a deck work for you. That's really great. It's very, I would say it's pick up and play because it's on the cloud even, so you can like do a couple floors and then keep going. If the completion though, that'll take you some time. You need to drop some time into that, which might be why you'd want to, I don't know, pick it up. $12.49. I might. Who knows?
Did you try this one on xCloud?
I did a little bit. Because it's turn-based, you get to play your cards and then the monster gets to respond. It works out pretty well, even if you have kind of iffy internet, I thought.
Now, did you play with a controller or did you play with the on-screen controller?
I played with a controller.
Okay, because I believe this one has a on-screen controller option.
And
does it?
I thought it did. I could be wrong.
And if it does, it would probably still work out pretty well because again, it's turn-based and it's a card game.
It's turn-based. Yeah.
Like, what could you possibly mess up? Like, you don't need Twitch reflexes to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the kind of game that would work perfect with xCloud. This, Gems of War, anything like that.
For sure. And the other game that caught my fancy that I did pick up, Hitman, the HD collection. I picked it up with tax for $13, which I believe was about half off. That is a 2-pack. It comes with Hitman Blood Money, which was my favorite of the non-remake, or Hitman and Hitman 2. I loved Hitman Blood Money, and Hitman Absolution, which was another good one. Well, I liked it. Anyway, now that it's okay. You're twisting my arm, Kenny. Stop looking at me like that. Some people, it's mixed, all right? But I liked it.
That escalated quickly.
That escalated very quickly.
But Hitman Blood Money, if you Hitman are third-person games where you play as Agent 47. You sneak around, you steal people's clothes, you assassinate dudes. Sometimes you make it look like an accident. Sometimes you mess up and you murder everybody in the place. The choices are yours and yours alone.
Do they have the sniper levels? Like where it's purely just you're all the way back and you're just kind of sniping in. The Hitman 2 has some of these sniper levels, and I just love them. But they seem like they're a mini game more than a main game.
So the new Hitman 2 does. I don't know if Absolution... Blood Money definitely doesn't. But Blood Money does have one of my favorite levels in the Hitman series where you kill an actor on stage. So that's pretty fun.
Oh.
Yeah, you swap out his gun. He has like an execution scene, and you swap out the guns, and you have him die on stage for real.
They do have really creative levels and missions. That's one of the nice things about Hitman.
Yeah, you get to...
We have talked a lot of Hitman lately.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. And I picked that up, and now I think I have the whole series. I think Blood Money is also backwards compatible if you wanted to play the non-Hitman HD version of Blood Money. But it's a good one. Recommend it. What about you, Kenny? With your judgmental eyes about my Hitman Absolution, what did you buy? What do you recommend, Kenny?
Well, I didn't buy it, Devin, but I am going to recommend Stranded Sails, Explorers of the Cursed Islands. Usually $25 down to $10 right now. It's an action-adventure management game. I think, Nate, you're the one that said it's kind of like a Zelda something or other, but with management. It's kind of like you're on an island and you have a garden, and it looks stranded. Like you're stranded, and you got to build a village or something like that. I don't know. I watched a couple of trailers. I don't quite know what's going on, but I kind of like the graphics, and it's a management game. So a management game with some sort of a story to it is kind of intriguing to me. And being $10, I think I might actually pick this one up. How about you, Nate? What are you recommending?
Yes. So, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to recommend Lost Orbit. Lost Orbit, Terminal Velocity.
Good
I feel
idea.
like I just talked about this recently. It is $3 down from $10. It is an action title. You zip around. It's got funny achievement titles. So, if only we had a category to talk about that. and I played the game in time to talk about that. Another game I'd like to talk about that caught my eye is The Great Perhaps. And it is $5 down from $10. It is listed as adventure on TA, but it looks like a point and click. I then went out and looked at some gameplay videos, and it really does seem more like a kind of an action-y adventure game, kind of like Stick It to the Man, maybe, in terms of the level of complexity of you moving around and interacting. But it also has this really weird phase system. So it's like two levels or two phases that you're in. In one phase, you can be seen by enemies and they can attack you. And then you can sort of phase out into this other place where the room still is there and things are still in the room, but enemies aren't. And then you're just kind of like phase walking around. And I think that's part of the puzzle adventure to this. It kind of reminded me of The Power in Heroes Reborn, if you played that, but that was a 3D game.
That's a game?
Yes, oh my gosh. Have I not talked about Heroes Reborn?
I don't think so. So, like, is it based off the TV show?
It is loosely based off the TV show, and it is better than it should be. It's one of those rare games that is better than the source material, and it has no right to be. And it's a fun game. But that mechanic of phasing through time or space or whatever and being like these two parallel universes that kind of share that frame, it reminded me of that. But of course, this is 2D. But yeah, so you might want to check that out. It looks pretty interesting. I had not heard of this before. That is The Great Perhaps. I thought that this would be a game that had a low start. But there's already like 650 people that have started this game. So I guess the price is right. Or maybe they know something I don't. And finally, for people who love puzzles, Archaica, The Path of Light. Now, in some games, there's mini games where you are moving crystals or moving mirrors, and you're basically affecting the angle at which the light bounces off of those to solve puzzles. This game appears to be all that. Like, that is all that this game is. Multiple puzzles of that. It's $5 down from $15. It looks like a good time. The graphics look nice. Yeah, check it out.
All right. Well, what about you, Nate? Or not Nate? L. Nate just went.
I'd like to talk about The Last Orbit, Terminal Velocity.
I heard that game's out of this world.
I'm going to have to recommend Lost Orbit, Terminal Velocity. I was looking at a video for the Stranded sales game. And it's funny because a couple days ago in the podcast discussion room, people were talking about not liking games that basically you're controlling a cursor. Kush, you were there, right? You were talking about that with them.
I was in that room. Yes.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so that's what the Stranded Sales game looks like. You're moving around a mouse, basically. So yeah, a lot of these games would be better on the PC, but I don't know why the Assassin's Creed had it. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. You said Bright Memory had it?
Yeah, in the menus. In the menus, you're using a mouse. Yeah, like not during the actual gameplay, but only in the menus where normally your controller would click up and you click up and down buttons, but instead you're moving a cursor to push a button. It's really weird.
I imagine in most management games it's pretty customary. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, depends, I guess.
I'm going to have to go ahead and recommend Guacamelee 2. We actually haven't talked about Guacamelee in a long time. It is a ridiculous price.
It's been a very long time.
With all the DLC, it is $4.49.
That's unbelievable.
$4.49? Are you out of your mind?
Even I paid full price for this game.
Holy crap.
I know. Which was like, what, $15 maybe? $20? I don't remember at this point. But if you like puzzle games, there's a Canadian game out called Never Oot. It is $1. $1.
One loony?
One loony, but not a toonie.
It'd probably be a toonie because Canadian Monopoly money. That's probably a toonie.
Yeah, I think my Canadian friend MDP73 would like this game because he likes his puzzle games, and I don't see it on his tag.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Buy it, you hoser.
And if not, if you don't buy it, I'll gift it for you.
Wow, you're so generous.
It's a freaking $1. I remember.
You're so generous.
Yeah, it's a unique game. I don't even know what you do. You look at the guides, but no, I mean you
walk around and
you walk around and try.
Yeah,
you try to solve puzzles, walk up the walls, and it's like that movie Cube. It's just like that. Basically stuck in a room and have to get out. And you could also play it on your PC, which I believe I did. So that is a thing you could do.
All right. For $1, can't beat
I'll
it.
buy that
It's
for
not
$1.
bad.
I'll buy that for $1.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right.
All right. All right. Well, in that case, let's get into some contest talk. Elle, why don't you go ahead and talk about the BCM?
All right. It's 2021 now, and you know what that means. It means it's time for Better Completions Matter. Our buddy Iron Fist of Snuff is the master chief, the creator of said contest. He's got a blog on True Achievements where you can sign up. I told him to let people sign up for a little while longer. I'm not sure what the cutoff date is, but sign up. It's fun. He picks a random game every month for you to go for, which is worth bonus points. But the idea of this game, the idea of this contest is just to complete games. And it's called Better Completions Matter, so you can't just complete a bunch of baby games. They have to be a 1.2 ratio or higher. But throughout the year, there's all different kind of bonuses and fun little meta things to go for, different categories. So I just wanted to plug that. Actually, my January game was drawn. Did you see what it was, Volgar?
No.
You'll like this one. Halo 4 was my random.
Oh! Hey, do you want to do some Spartan Ops?
Oh my god.
Spartan Ops is literally the worst part about it. Did we ever talk about how bad Halo 4 is?
You know,
Actually, when Halo,
yeah,
when
we did for like an hour. Felt like 3 weeks.
was it Halo? I don't know. I think when Halo 4 first came out, there was a trick to get all the Spartan ops done.
yeah, they patched that out.
Yeah, I never had to really struggle with that one, but I want to say I'm halfway through the campaign, but took me like 2 hours to beat one mission. So yeah, but I have incentive to go back to it now, and this is what these contests are all about.
I see what you did there.
So Better Completions Matter has one of the more popular channels in our Discord. So check it out. It has in that channel, you can go to the pinned messages, and it has everything you need: spreadsheets, blogs, forums. It's a big thing on TA now as well. Check it out. Now, who's talking about that damn Chewy challenge? That Chewy Contra Castle Crashers challenge. Oh, see what I did?
I see what you
Yeah,
did there.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Fine,
All
I'll
right,
talk
go
about
ahead, Devin. Or
Well,
Al.
yeah.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to now.
Not everyone at
Wow,
once.
jeez. Yeah, I'll do
All right,
it.
go ahead, Nate.
Okay, and by Nate, Devin, take it.
So, I've been told by Chewy in a string of grunts and other sort of Kashyyyk noises that the things that we're going to be doing for January is the AH101 singles mixer. So in the singles mixer, you get to pair up with a lucky single of your choice as you complete co-op games, or co-op achievements. Each achievement that both of you earn is 1 point. Whoever has the most points wins. So get out there and single and mingle.
You sound just like him.
Yeah. That's yeah, he said that that was a verbatim
Swipe
quote.
left.
We have some other yearly challenges as well, including the Year of Assassin's Creed for doing full stories in the Assassin's Creed games. Good luck finding Assassin's Creed games, though. There are just so few of them in that series. You're really going to have to scrape to find more Assassin's Creed games to play. Skeptical
It's
Mario.
like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, it's oh.
I see what you did there.
Because you hide in the hay. and you assassinate him with the hay.
Sick puppy.
What else we got? We got Chesno's 7 Seas challenge. I did not have written down what all the 7 Seas are. You can go to the Discord, the Chewy's Challenge Championship channel. It's a year-long challenge wherein you have to complete more games than you start. So they're going to take your completed games minus your started games. Whoever has the most at the end of the year is the winner. So get out there. If you're listening to this on the 31st, go out there, dive every game that you own, and try to win. And then I believe there's...
I think I found it.
Yes?
Chesno's Crazy Completion Clearance. And I guess if you combine that with Chewy's Challenge Championship, you get 7 Cs.
Yeah?
Arr.
Yar. Avast.
Do you have a co-op partner yet, by the way?
I do. Ahizo and I are the going to be doing some co-op. I believe we're going to be doing Gears 2 on Insane. We're going to be doing all of the Gears games at some point in our lives.
I have a strange bit of news. My partner is Michelle. Isn't that
What?
Whoa.
And even though it was not said to do so, I gave us a name, The Hernia. Because, yeah, Michelle's back is going to hurt as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Living with a hernia.
I think everyone should have team names.
Get out there. Get a
Weird
partner.
Al rocks.
Come at us with your best team names. Well, yeah. Do some co-op. And also, you don't have to earn the co-op achievement at the same time. They just have to be the same achievement. So, yeah, there's fun things that you can do there. I think everyone's going to enjoy that a lot.
Chewy will probably be given a update here soon, if not on this show, probably the next one.
Yeah.
Giving more details and correcting anything these two jokers said wrong.
Faux show.
No, I mean, we're perfect and don't make mistakes, so I gotta say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're pretty good.
All right. Well, it's that time to shout out the weekly loser. So, Devin, why don't you do this? You're our Corey for the week.
Oh, do I get to be the Corey for the week? I'm going to bust out my accent and talk about the losers for the GTAS.
That's not what my voice sounds like.
I can't make that southern voice go up any higher, Al. I already told you. All right.
Okay.
So for the individual, Freedom Girl 85 has been eliminated. So has Retro Chief 1969 and Saving Rothschild. All have been eliminated on the individual team. And for the team, looks like some jabronis named the unpronounceable horsemen of the rock apocalypse, including Corey, Prue, Kronos, and Jables, are no longer in the Team GTAS. So they get to pack it up and hope for better luck next year. Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah.
It was like he was in the room.
I know you've all been waiting
crap.
for me to tell GTAS stories, but
Go for it, Al.
I mean, one of my teammates is Vulgar Latin over here, and
Son of a gun.
yeah, the night before cutoff, we actually played as a team, all four of us, with Michelle and Stan. We played Gears of War Ultimate Edition multiplayer boosting.
You should have waited till January. Then you could have doubled up on the CCC.
Well, we didn't know, but that's okay. No, it wasn't co-op. It was boosting. That's what Gears is for. You stand there and you shoot each other over and over and over.
Seriously?
Seriously. And the best part was Jables was in the party with us, and we kept joking around with him that he's going to tell all of our trade secrets to his team. And if he did that, he did a piss poor job, because look where they are now. And he was playing the Four Kings Casino, and we're like, "Are you going for anything?" He's like, just playing my games and see what happens. I'm like, all right, Jables, you do that.
So that's a no.
And then he unlocked an achievement called it was like the participation trophy. And that sums up his contributions to his team. But they tried. I saw Prue was the high man on the team, and Kronos was busting out the Age of Empires and that stack as well.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, I don't know much about that game, but I know if you complete one of the versions and you boot up another version, all the achievements auto pop. Do you know about that?
Oh, Age of Empires 1.
Yes. So if you have the Age of Empires Definitive Edition from 2018 and you complete it, if you pop the new version, because they released a new version for some reason, every achievement that you...
They could.
Yeah, exactly. Every achievement that you earned in the Definitive Edition pops again. Like, all at once. So...
And it feels really good.
Oh, it's fantastic. I messed up and I just opened it on mistake and I ended up with a lot. But it sounds like I can delete a file and do the same thing, or pick it back up and unmess up my points. So, yay.
Yeah. And speaking of incredibly awesome feelings when a bunch of achievements pop at once, I was brought to task. I was tasked with, well, anyway, last week, when Pathologic 2 left the Game Pass, I said, you know what? My team needs me. I'm going to do this console command stuff that I've been telling everyone not to do, because you need to play for fun and not for achievements. But you know what? When G-Task is around, I will do these things to help my team. And that was worth, I think, around 500 TAD, maybe 400, 500. And we wound up only surviving by 146 points. So it was needed.
Nailed it.
Now, the thing I don't understand is, how do you yell at yourself for doing that? Like,
I don't.
What is the process?
I have a clear conscience.
He looks in the mirror and he shames
It was for
himself.
my team. It was for
Right.
my team.
So he like puts a finger in front of his nose, pretends it's a mustache. Like I don't get it.
Grows a beard and shaves it off.
And then this week was the Starbound game. Which,
how was that experience?
This game you actually had to play. So you had to go to True Achievements and click on a file that you had to find a mod for. And you had to mod the game. And apparently the TA Investigations Manager said, sure, it's legit. Why not?
This week,
Well, as Nate would say, I did it for science.
science.
There are no asterisks.
So 3 of the 4 of us, I think, did this. Michelle has stuck to her guns and not done any of this stuff yet.
I don't think she ever
I'll have to
will. She's not caving.
I don't know. You're probably right. But this week, I think when we went to bed, we were up by at least 12 teams, probably more. And I wound up waking up at 6:30 in the morning Eastern, and cutoff is at 8. And I'm like, okay, we're up by like 7 teams now. And then I slowly watched as we went all the way down to the line. So we were the last team that was safe by 183 points. TAD.
We're just
Yes.
It's very close.
we're gaming the system because the challenges this week is to finish above your position last week. So all we got to do is
Oh, yeah, the
survive,
bonus.
player.
Ah, smart.
Yeah,
We totally knew that. What's the solo one? 4.0 ratio?
you have to finish with a 4-0 ratio. So have fun with that.
No thanks. Just play Rare Replay all week, I guess. I gotta say that GTask does a number on my sleep, but I still have fun with it. And we're definitely not gonna win, but we trying to beat our friends, and we survived one AH 101 group. I don't think Elroy's team is gonna go down without a fight, but
We're not beating Elroy's team. It's not happening. Dream's dead.
yeah, they pulled out all the stops. They were under the line, and then they were like in 10th place by the next morning. They got the Freaky Row and the Benel 72 and the Chesno, right? Yeah, they got the 2 British people and the 2 Americans. I like that strategy. I really do. Time zones are important with GTask. People do things like go to work and stuff.
Sounds terrible.
I would
Yeah.
recommend it.
Me neither. Nate's just shaking his head.
So in real life, little how the sausage is made. We were supposed to record last night, but my real work decided no, you will not do it. So yeah, I don't recommend real work.
Yeah, it worked out for the
So-
best. We're in a good mood tonight. We're having fun. Just 4 friends having fun.
So you
Oh.
said that you did some console commands, right? Right, Al?
That's the elephant in the room, yes.
Okay. Well, I've been like half paying attention because I've
Uh-oh.
been
Uh-oh.
looking for something, and
Uh-oh.
coincidentally, it so happens that when this beautiful little soundbite I'm about to play for you, Devin was also on the podcast. So let's listen to what you said about console commands.
It's 20 minutes you could have been playing in one of your 5,000 games, Devin. It's a waste of your time.
Wow.
So,
how did you- wait a minute. I think that
So-
you
What was that you were talking about? That was your voice.
no, I think you did something funny with the
No,
audio
no.
on that one. That was
It's
No,
actually
that-
Corey.
It was
That was back, when Devin did Surviving Mars, I believe it
Don't
was.
oh,
starve.
that game's cheating.
Don't starve, actually.
Don't starve together.
Don't starve, yeah. So, yeah.
So, Devin, I got something to say.
Oh, excuse me.
Is it this?
Is that-
Is it this?
It's 20 minutes you could have been playing in one of your 5,000 games, Devin. It's a waste of your time.
Hold on.
Is that what you
No,
wanted to say?
I think I got this. It's 20 minutes, Al. You could have been playing any one of your 500 games.
Well, my rebuttal is this. Is that game
Uh-huh.
is that game still available on Game Pass?
It is.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Not going down without a fight. It's just for GTAS.
Critic L.
Not for any other reason but
Hip
GTAS.
Critic L.
I don't have any more hips, but that is true.
It's not
they
cheating
were
if it's for
replaced.
the GTAS.
Oh no. No more, Devin.
So, yeah.
I'm nothing
maybe
if
I'll
not
put the-
inconsistent.
You know what? Maybe I'll,
Or incontinent.
I'll put that into Discord. Maybe I'll put that sound clip into Discord.
Oh
Pin it in podcast discussion. And that way everybody can link you to it whenever you want to sit here and complain about certain things or tell people, to play for fun and not for
I feel
achievements.
dashboard confessional style vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
More of a plain white T-shirts guy, but yeah.
T-shirts.
Kenny seems like a guy who would listen to a lot of dashboard
Hey
confessional.
there, Delilah.
I am so confused on what you're talking about right now. I have no idea what you're referencing now.
Spider-Man 2 soundtrack, man. Come on.
I don't remember that at all.
Nate, why don't you tell us about the Gamertag Challenge?
Hey there, Devin. I will. So this month is still, believe it or not, December, and that is Wheezy Fuzzy. Wheezy Fuzz. Sorry, I was doing another last week.
Oh, when he had his
This is adorable.
furries.
Wheezy Fuzz, once again. The wild card game was Graveyard Keeper, and the bonus was Nobody Makes Me Bleed My Own Blood. And that was achievements with words, with the words heart or blood anywhere in the title. In January, our Gamertag Challenge will be Death Dealers, and her wild card game is Battlefield 1. So any achievement or previous completion in Battlefield 1 is worth one bonus. I do not expect to see a whole lot of those, but who knows? And we will announce the bonus next week at the same time that we will be announcing the winner of December, because December's not over, so we can't tabulate the scores just yet.
Well, at least the nice part about Battlefield 1 is it is in Game Pass now, if you have that, thanks to the EA Play thing.
Yes, that's why she chose it. She was looking for something in Game Pass that was available to everybody.
How nice of her. Well, with that, let's get into Brag Can't. Take it away, Devin. You take it away. Devin takes it away.
All right, in completions, Quick Don't Die has reached a milestone of 250 completed games. Dunkos has reached a new milestone of 350 completed games. Michelle has reached 550 completed games. Moving right along to completion percentage, Death Dealers has reached 50% completion. Johnny Delicious has reached 53% completion. Love you, Johnny. You my boy. Matt Cam 09 has reached 56% completion. Northern Last has also done 56% completion. Willwood Mike, 67%. Matthew with some double O's at the end is 71%. NBA Kirkland, 81%. And Inigo Montoya has reached 98%.
I'm sorry, Corey, you said that right. I'm confused.
Sorry.
Come on, Corey.
There's some people who are going to be real confused, mixing up all of our
Yes, they're gonna be
voices.
really confused. That's kind of the point of it. That's fun.
Funny story about Inigo's 98%. Before Leapfrog, I think it was at 99.7. So it went down to a measly 98. I know.
Ugh.
You hate to see it.
So pathetic.
What
Gosh.
kind of completionist are you?
In ratio, we have Hawkeye Berry 20 with a TA ratio of 1.8 and Fista Roboto with a TA ratio of 2.2. In streaks, we have It's Alive X is currently on a 100-day win streak. Where did all my 10 days go? MDP 73 is at 150. Ben L 72 250. What the fuck? 550. Happy birthday last week, buddy. Enigma Gamer 77 is currently on a 750-day win streak. XNeo21X is currently on a 900-day achievement win streak. And Bastion Reader is currently on a 1,100-day achievement win streak.
For Achievements 1, Alex R. Davies and Death Dealers have both reached 8,000 Achievements 1. Freaky RO, 14,000. Icefire TN, 16,000. Along with Quick Don't Die. Bastion Reader, 17,000. Mental Knight, 28,000. And Indigo Toyota with 33,000 Achievements 1.
Hey, you learned
Nice.
it.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to say.
In Gamer Score. All right, the illustrious Alex R. Davies has 200,000 Gamer Score. I think he'd have a lot more if he didn't talk so much. Carpe Adam, 250,000 Gamer Score. I Mike Zero has 250,000 Gamer Score. Volgar Latin has 750,000 Gamer Score.
Love that guy.
Nicely done, Devin. I think that's gimmick infringement. Unky Tim Fu
100%.
850,000 gamer score. Isrit 850,000, and Prue is approaching the big one with 950,000 gamer score. I cannot wait to see what horrible achievement he gets his million with. Probably Star Trek. In TA score, Luke the Duke 268 has 100,000 TA score. Awesome. Milky Bars has 300,000 TA score. Hatton 90, 350,000. Alex R. Davies, 400,000. Well, that gives him a 2 ratio. I did maths. Mr. Petart, 500,000 TA score. Survivalist, 850,000 TA score. Wild West, 1.1 million TA score. Quick Don't Die, 1.2 million TA score. And let's see what I can come up with. Inigo Montoya has 1.8 million TA score.
So creative.
I thought so too.
I don't know how you said
You
that.
mean Igloo Moldova?
Okay. In leaderboards, I know I'm trying something a little different this week. I'm going in alphabetical order of gamertag because the way you put it there is no bueno. Ahizo.
I just copy and paste.
You sure did, bud. You sure did. Ahizo is now in the top 2,000 of the USA TA leaderboard for RPGs and the top 100 of the TA leaderboard for card and board. Bastion Reader is in the top 100 of TA leaderboard for shoot 'em ups. Big L is in the top 1,000 of the TA leaderboard. Chesno is in the top 200 of the England TA difference leaderboard for Xbox One fighting games.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Fista Rabato is in the top 2,000 of the TA ratio leaderboard and the top 50 of the Australia TA ratio leaderboard. Jimbot Uck is in the top 500 completed games, top 50 TA for puzzle. That's pretty good. And top 20 overall in England. That's really good. Speaking of the opposite of good, Mattism is in the top 10 of the of the Oklahoma TA leaderboard for RPGs.
Hey, now.
He's the
He's a
reason
good
God
guy.
made Oklahoma.
He's a fine chap. Fine chap. Mental Knight, who seemingly has 3 or 4 of these every week, is in the top 200 of the TA difference leaderboard for educational and trivia, top 200 for the TA leaderboard for adventure, and top 500 of the Achievements 1 leaderboard. Quick Don't Die is in the top 100 of the TA difference leaderboard. On the Xbox One, Rucker Dude 5012 is in the top 10 of the USA Gamerscore leaderboard for Vayners. Wow.
Ooh.
What has he been playing?
Vayners?
Hey!
I saw him playing the Phoenix Rising game. Is that a Vayner?
Was it a Vayner?
No.
Maybe he
Are you
just
sure?
added himself. I don't know.
Can you jump twice?
Vayner confirmed. Triple Triad 777 is now in the top 100 of the USA TA leaderboard. And last but certainly not least, Vulgar Latin in the top 1,000 of the Achievements 1 leaderboard. Nicely done, Devin. You stole my thunder a little bit there, Nate, but I was also going to wish What the Fug a happy birthday.
No, only one person can do it.
Okay, fine. I'll wish him something else. Congratulations on becoming a multiple-time grandfather.
Wait, it was Fug's birthday, so has he completed going over the hill and is now past the hill?
He's over the hills and far.
Far away.
Far.
He's far
Away.
along. Love him. Love that Fug. All right. It is now officially New Year's Eve. When this comes out, it'll be January. Anyone have any plans?
Maybe.
Well,
We're going to talk about that next week.
if it
I'd like to go to Taco Bell
Oh,
once or twice, maybe.
Hey, man, you living it up.
Yeah. Maybe get
for,
some
for New
sushi.
Year's Eve?
Not
Taco Bell and sushi?
but-
Wait,
Not,
I would-
not
Taco Bell has
sushi.
sushi?
oh man,
I was talking about different goals. Maybe not the same day. I don't want to load up my 2021 too much.
Those are two amazing foods. I don't know if you put them together.
sushi sounds really good right
I
now.
tell you, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is a great time. You sit around, you make a whole bunch of plans. You think this year's going to be different. This year I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to do all the things I want to do. And the first thing you do to set off on a new foot is start it off hungover. At least that's how mine always go.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Usually you sit around and watch the ball drop.
If this is
Uh,
if this comes out the day that it actually is supposed to, Jackbox 8 Central. If not, Kenny has more stuff to edit.
Finger guns. Pew pew.
Oh God, who knows if I'll get
Balls
this.
in your
gonna be
court.
sad.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be sad watching empty Times Square this year. Oh, well. Hope for a better one. Devin will be home with his 2021 glasses on the couch.
I actually did buy party hats and noisemakers for the stream. So you got more things to... They came in packs of 5, and I was like, I don't... All right, I'll buy 5.
Just wear them all.
Yeah, I've done different parts of my body. You can watch it on twitch.tv/AH101.
If that's not on there, I'm going to be upset. But if it's not on there, maybe it'll be over on our Twitter at Achievements 101. That's where you can get us. You can send us Twitter tweets. There you go, something like that. It's late. Or maybe it'll be in the Discord, discord.io/AH101. That's where all the cool kids hang out, or so I'm told. And if you enjoy this and you want to be in the running for a bunch of giveaways and Patreon giveaways, you win some monies, help support the show, you can do so over at patreon.com/achievementhunting101. If you're able to donate to us, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you. You're the best. We love you.
I love everybody. You know who else I love, by the way?
Who's that?
Quick shout out to Angel Waka, who helped both myself and Devin in a totally reliable delivery service. So he's one of the reasons we survived D-Test this week. So thank you, Waka Bale.
He's a totally reliable deliverer. It's a service.
He actually is.
He is very good.
I like when he gets, like, he doesn't actually get upset, but you could tell when he's like a little annoyed when things happen in that game. He'll start yelling at people.
See him helping Elroy through Minecraft.
Oh, man. Toilet Minecraft. What a sport.
All right. But yes, that is it for this show. But before we leave...
It's 20 minutes. You could have been playing one of your 5,000 games, Devin.
Son of a...
It's a waste of your time.
And with that, class is dismissed.
Bye, 2020.
See you next year.
Oh, bye-bye.
jerk.
Hello, I'm Wakapale, bringing you a Xbox Battle Royale Achievement Hunter Roundup at the end of 2020. There are 17 released games tagged as Battle Royale on True Achievements. Some of them arguably shouldn't be, as the games has no Battle Royale achievements, which is the case for two of the biggest BR games right now, Fortnite and Call of Duty Modern Warfare. While you can technically earn achievements in Battlefield 5's Battle Royale mode, it is significantly more effective to earn them in the regular multiplayer mode. Only a single Xbox Battle Royale is completely dead. The Culling 2, which was only live for a few days before it was pulled from all online stores, and the players were refunded the $20 they paid for it. Its predecessor, The Culling, was also delisted for about a year before it was relisted with some bizarre pay-to-play mechanics and beefed up bots. A dedicated group can probably boost the game over a few days if they buy a week or two of playtime, as I cannot imagine many still play it. Darwin Project ceased development and signaled the servers were going to shut down, but it was later decided that one European and one North American server would remain, making it possible to keep playing the game. Darwin Project has a rather easy list, but the final level-based achievement is super grindy. There's also one luck-based achievement which might elude you forever. Since the microtransaction store is shut down, you can no longer buy that achievement. Trove and Warface only have a few Battle Royale achievements, but the BR parts of those games are very dead most of the time. The Trove Battle Royale mode is sometimes populated on Saturdays, as it offers a double experience on that day. Warface, on the other hand, I've never managed to get into a single Battle Royale match. I have no experience with Skyforge, but it has 9 discontinued achievements and appears to be one hell of a grind. The player count for Black Ops 4's Battle Royale mode is dwindling, and most of the time it takes forever to start a match. It has a very few BR achievements, with most of them being tied to the Zombies mode instead. There is a mysterious Victory Road published BR called Access, which I know nothing about, but you can apparently use in-game cheats to get the completion in 1 to 2 hours. With the lesser BRs out of the way, from an achievement hunting standpoint anyway, following are the Battle Royale highlights. Apex Legends is at least a 60-hour completion, yet has a ratio below 1.5. Set in the Titanfall universe, but without Titans, this AAA production features high-speed action with short time to kill, and while the microtransactions can shorten the completion, they are not necessary. It is a difficult game to be stealthy in, as the players are easy to spot, and outside of events puts you in teams of 3 players. The VR game within a game, Hyperscape, focuses on mobility and verticality. It is very high speed, and the players are real bullet sponges, which makes encounters more drawn out than other games in the genre. There is also a second win condition, aside from being the last one standing, making a pacifist playstyle a very viable option. At the end of a match, a crown appears, and if a player can hold on to it for a set amount of time, that player or team wins the match. I'm not sure I ever eliminated all opponents when getting my 10 wins in Hyperscape. If you're good enough, it's also a rather short completion and can be done in less than 20 hours. Spellbreak features magic instead of guns and is a quick and easy 8 achievements. However, the final 3 achievements are a considerable grind. They're not difficult, but the last achievement takes hundreds of hours to unlock. At the moment, the Season Pass is free with Xbox rewards. It supposedly adds 25% experience, but I'm not sure if it helps with class mastery, which is needed for the achievements. The time in game lobbies was recently shortened, and most matches start within 2 minutes. If you disable crossplay, you will be among the handful human players. Unfortunately, the bots have gotten an upgrade and are now way tougher than they used to be. They're still easier than fighting most human players, but they can actually defeat you now. The first fantasy-focused BR, Realm Royale, is the easiest proper Battle Royale game. Just turn off crossplay and play on the Asian server to quickly rack up kills with the very dumb bots. You need to be 4 for one of the achievements, and the sniper kill is way easier to boost, but the completion can be yours in around 12 hours without too much trouble. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds sort of recently introduced bots and faced intense backlash from the non-achievement hunters. Achievement hunters, however, rejoiced as it makes the completion significantly easier, but it is still quite a grind. Last up is my personal favorite, Cursed Food, formerly Cuisine Royale. It is an April Fool's joke which turned into a real game. The World War II MMO Enlisted, from which Cuisine Royale was spliced, was just recently released as a Xbox Series exclusive. Cuisine Royale is a mess. It's a wonderful mess, pitting 45 players, of which most are bots, against each other using World War II weaponry, kitchen utensils and magic. You might also find some modern day weaponry lying around, or jetpacks, as you evade the zombies roaming the map. Cuisine Royale has a short and most of it easily boostable list, with the major exceptions being play for 100 hours, which you might get before finding the 4 original fridge types in a match or winning 3 matches in a row. Last I played Cuisine Royale, it turned out to be broken on the Series X, but the game is frequently updated, so I'm sure it will be fixed soon. On top of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which is in Game Pass, only Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5 and the $5 Access are the only Battle Royales that are not free to play. Most Battle Royales requires quite a bit of skill, luck and time to get the completion, with the exception being Access, Realm Royale and the not actually VR game Call of Duty Modern Warfare. When I started playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds 4 years ago, I couldn't imagine I'd be so hooked on online multiplayer again. I hadn't played much online unless it was for achievements since Halo 3. Now I play a few rounds weekly just for the fun of it. Catch me online and you can carry me to a win in a battle royale of choice, as long as it's a good one. Have a nice day, everyone!